Hello and welcome back to Three Men, One Brain. We must finish the Kryptonian epic, battle cry that has united a friendship for the last 5 years along with Red Bull and Sativa. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to welcome one of my best friends, my most frequent artistic collaborator the last couple years, director, musician, video game developer, producer, hustler, fucking TikToker, if you could believe it or not. Massive social media following secretly on TikTok, something that took me a year and a half to learn. One of the best boys ever, Ben Escobar.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I've been watching a lot of these podcasts. I think it's got an incredible identity of like three men, no brain. It's really rare to come across something as just unique as that and just so self-aware as that. And I like that this is meant to be a wrestling podcast.
It is. It's even got a squared circle in the logo.
Yeah, and we're going to wrestle our thoughts and really wrestle in some way, shape, or form here. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I've known Max for 5 years, as he said, and we bonded over the Kryptonian epic. We can talk a lot about that, I imagine. But we have actually a plan to talk about certain things today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will get to it soon. But today we will be talking about the 2017 film, The Bye-Bye Man. The Bye-Bye Man is a movie that has fascinated me for years. It's a movie I've seen 7 or 8 times, including times I showed The Bye-Bye Man to people, because more so than most movies, I would describe it as inscrutable. When you take apart the pieces of The Bye-Bye Man and separate them, putting them back together does not create a coherent shape. And I want to talk about that. But do you want to talk about us first? Do you want to tell the story of how we met?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I can tell a good version of that. Peak pandemic is when I met Max, August 2020 to be exact. But prior to that, I went to this very small film school in Escondido, California, called John Paul the Great Catholic University. Why I went there is a long story, but I basically had a Catholic upbringing and needed to go to a Catholic school in order to come to a film school in California. The one thing they never taught in our class was pitching. And there was just kind of this one assignment that throws you to the wolves in front of a bunch of like homeschooled kids to pitch your idea that was just like really embarrassing, like suicide. And in my just kind of frantic studying of what pitching is, like genuinely, because not lining up with what the teachers are saying and stuff, I find r/screenwriting and this guy named u/up to my knees, which leads me to your YouTube channel. And I was like, oh, I loved Chronicle. I like actually tried to learn telekinesis and like do like real shit after like seeing Chronicle and then seeing Carrie, which I really agree with your statement that like Chronicle is just Carrie.
Chronicle is boy Carrie.
That's right.
That is what I always intended it to be. And people would say Akira.
Yeah.
And Josh put in like Akira references that I like, and him being in the medical robe, but it's clearly Carrie, down to like Sue Snell.
Yes.
Sorry.
But like an appropriate evolution of that. And you know, that movie was like stuck in me and like my soul for so long. I would watch pirated movies on my PSP. That was one of them. Unfortunately pirated, but like, you know, Project X as well is a classic.
Shout out Neiman Arizadeh.
Oh man, yeah, one of the greatest. And really, there was a Project X party this past Halloween actually.
Sick.
And they're trying to get in touch with that guy I saw. Yeah, so they're really hustling for Project X dose.
I know they've been going for that for years.
Yeah,
Shout out Jonathan Daniel Brown.
Oh yeah, killer producer and
friend to the pod, soon to be on the pod.
He would be great on this podcast.
He's going to be great,
and he's a very good thinker. And like I'd say, like he's this philosopher. But he kind of is actually, like he has like genuinely like good takes, I think, that are, you know, people need to hear right now. Anyway, so back to how I met Max. Chronicle is in my blood. It's just like a movie for young boys who are outcasts and like want to like be greater and, you know, have a friend group and stuff like that. And seeing that you wrote that, but really also seeing that you make screenwriting look fun and that you love it and that you express such enthusiasm in a way that's like internalized for people like me or other writers who like are so excited about their ideas but like could never express it because you get bullied for that shit on the playground, you get like ostracized for that shit. And just seeing how confident you were, how in love with it you were, made me feel less alone. And like that's what pitching is. It's a sharing of love. It is a sharing of love around a campfire. It is not a class project that is like, you know, hit the do's and don'ts, what's the rubric say. And I stuck with you for that for years and years. one thing to
This is
consolidate
before
it here.
peak pandemic, I should say. This
Yeah.
is younger Ben, right?
Yeah.
We
So-
had to rewind a second. So now,
I'm following you all this time, and then pandemic happens, and I was like, whatever happened to Max Landis? Like,
so much!
I know, and I was just kind of like thinking, like, whatever happened to him? Like, how is he holding up during the pandemic? I missed that infamous live where you declared the Kryptonian epic and all that stuff, the acid trip and all that. But I saw some videos.
I declared the Kryptonian epic and Glass Planet on the same live while I was on acid.
Yes, I think the first video I saw was the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom video, which was incredible. And I was like watching one of your other lives or something, and I didn't realize all this time that you had an Instagram, and I was like, holy fuck, I've been missing all this shit. And you had said you needed an editor, very offhand, in one of your live streams, and I was like, you know what, let me just fucking try, because I'm editing shit. I was doing TikTok at the time, and like, still kind of am, but like doing a lot of editing stuff. I was like, I'd love to like have an excuse to work with you. We meet somewhere in Melrose, and it's masks on, very clearly like, okay, just take the drive and I'll see you around. And I was like, fuck, dude, I can't believe I met Max Landis. And my first thought was two things. Like, one, wow, he's really tall. And two, holy shit, we have the same ears.
We do. We're both
Chimpanzees.
chimpanzees.
Yeah, that's why I have long hair, actually. You can't really tell.
I wear them. I wear them
Yeah.
like I'm Mickey Mouse.
I used to wear them. I used to have to wear them. But dude, people would draw pictures of me and be like, yo, it's Mickey Mouse Ben.
Oh, God.
That's okay. Anyway, yeah, editing is something that you're going to get to know the other person you're with as editor-director relationship anyway. And we just meshed well. We both have a DIY mindset. We both are good, and I think we got to learn about each other on set in weird environments with weird characters, like Death of Batman.
Yeah.
Getting to know Andrew for the first time, Carbus, and all these people, and also seeing like,
David North.
oh yeah, David North.
Can't
I love
fucking
David.
forget David North.
Yeah.
He's posting all the epic stuff, and he posted like, I'm happy people are still liking the animatics, even though I failed them and let them down. And I was like,
I saw that one.
I love you, David. In my heart, I was
Yeah.
just like, you fucked me, but you didn't let me down.
Oh,
You did it. I did the Kryptonian epic. Sorry, I
we
love
did,
you,
yeah.
David. I
But
love you, David.
He's continuously helped us, like,
Incredible, the
through-
amount of art
yeah.
he's done. And also his character designs for the epic
yeah,
are the definitive,
Yeah.
his brain and my brain, he just knew what I wanted.
yeah. And he got better and better. Like, he was really good at like Unreal and then like ZBrush. I think
Yeah,
he
well,
learned,
his
and-
final stuff was all his best stuff. When he
Yeah.
was in a big rush, it got really cool, and it was like,
Yeah, same for us. I feel like too.
Yes.
We all got better. But-
yeah, I wish, we're going to do the remaster of Starlight, but
Oh, yeah.
if the sound on Starlight had been perfect, I put us under too tight of a deadline, but I needed to because that's how I finish things. More rock, less talk.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to fucking finish the Kryptonian.
No regrets.
And then what happened is I met this kid from the internet, and I, for obvious reasons, have some trust issues with meeting people from online. And, so for me, I treated you very professionally for maybe the first 2 months of us knowing each other.
Yeah.
I treated you kind of like an employee or someone who was doing me a favor.
Yeah, which was normal.
Correct.
It didn't feel awkward or like it was just what it was. It was like, yeah.
One night, my friend Taylor came over to hang out with me, and I was like, well, Taylor's here. That means Ben's got to go. And I kind of ushered Ben out the door, and Taylor had talked to Ben for a second before he was leaving, and she was like, is he your friend? And I was like, yeah, I guess. And she was like, well, why doesn't he hang out with us then? Why'd you make him leave? And I was like, I don't know. And we called you back. You remember we brought you back
Yeah.
in.
It was a beautiful memory.
And that's the beginning of what I think of as my closer friendship with you. But the fact that you were willing to do that work for free for me and put in the work on the effort on the effort on the epic, it's Herculean. The scale of work he's done, it wouldn't be what it is without him. It would be the YouTube videos and the little animated things. All the like higher scale things other than Agent of Batman, but Barry Allen, Victor Fries, Endangered, of course, Death, which I think is cinematically the strongest of the entire. I think Starlight story-wise is the best, but Death just has so few errors The one problem,
Interesting,
the
yeah.
problem with death is the depth of field in the opening. Is I wish I'd been on a big open space from the outset, so I wasn't pitching in front of a
Sure.
wall. But then we fucked that up on Endangered too,
Oh yeah.
because of
that was a tough one.
He who shall not be named. We rented this giant fucking screen.
Yeah, we had a lot of like that. That was really Herculean, was Endangered, and like really just chipping that away day by day, scene by scene, and it being like 2 hours. I mean, you would think Starlight was the big epic, like, how are we going to possibly do this? And it kind of, it never really reached. I thought.
Zatanna also. People don't talk about Zatanna enough. Anyway, sorry.
Oh yeah, the Zatanna part was. Oh, the Zatanna, like, is he the magical girl?
Might
Yeah.
be one of the strongest ones. Also,
I love that one. Yeah,
And that was a fun day.
that was us on our A game. Just like we
Yeah.
can do this with a fucking eyes closed. Like,
yeah,
it was
we can do
excellent.
this in 7 hours.
Yeah.
Like, just like
Oh yeah, and break for lunch and dick around. Like yeah, that was
talk about our
that was
lives
good.
with Trinity.
That was,
Trinity Simpson
was a good
soon to be a
time.
guest on the pod.
Oh yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
That'll be great. I had some thoughts about her related to our topic. Actually, I'll exert.
About the Bye Bye Man?
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, like, what's a hypothetical scenario of people that you would put in a bye-bye man situation that would handle it best? And I think Trinity would actually do quite well.
I think if the Bye Bye Man came for Trinity, well, does he come for you? Are we going to start talking about the Bye Bye Man, or is there anything else?
I mean, yeah. Let's close up about Kryptonian Epic real quick. Like, there's 2 more to be made.
There's one more he'll be involved in, which is going to be one of the hardest ones. Spoiler. And is going to be dropped by surprise, and ideally it will be done by March of next year.
Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah, but I get scared. The Mad Hatter. There's 2 more to do. What are you feeling about that? There's really one more for you. That's going to be like a bet, because I'm going to do Green Lantern on the webcam.
I think like we must finish the Kryptonian Epic
must
always
finish the
after it's
Kryptonian.
even finished, and so I think there'll always be something, and that's a good thing. I think like I wouldn't be shocked if there's a Marvel related thing if we do that. I'm not trying to put that out there, but like
I don't want to do.
yeah, but it's important and it's okay. 'Cause we
People say
can.
this like wrestling isn't wrestling too. It means they It means they. I appreciate they want more, and I wish I could give them more, but it means they philosophically. It means I failed to philosophically communicate to them what I'm doing. Like, American Alien is a project that only exists because of my love for Superman and my agitation that the character for 50 years had been denied, in many respects, detail. And I went, how much detail can I pour on this motherfucker? And then
Yeah.
the Kryptonian Epic is, how much detail can I pour on the character Aquaman? They've rebooted Aquaman's origin 6 times in 50 years. My origin will be the best Aquaman origin you've ever heard. My version of Wonder Woman's going to be a lot cooler than normal Wonder Woman. My version of The Flash could be the star of his own movie, just called The Flash.
Damn.
No Batman Michael Keaton needed. So, like, the idea that I would do that for Marvel, a company that is based on giving characters details.
That's true. I meant more of like a specified, like, because you talk Spider-Man a lot. You talk
I love
Spider-Man in the
Spider-Man.
other podcast that is Superman important. And I think your discussion about Harry Osborn, because my understanding of Spider-Man is always Sam Raimi Spider-Man, and that's just dogma to me. Like, I didn't understand the dynamic of Mary Jane, how
yeah.
she's like this, like,
Harry the
untouchable
loser.
figure. Yeah.
Harry the loser with the rich dad who has the hot model girlfriend.
Yeah. And then, like, I guess the video games kind of get into it, like, loosely, but even still, it's like, you know, doesn't understand what it's
There's been a
trying to be.
real resistance, a focused resistance in all of the Spider-Man adaptations. There has been a focused, aggressive resistance to accurately adapting the character of Mary Jane in a way that is so insulting, they refuse to make her hot. Like, Kristen Dunst is beautiful. Zendaya is beautiful. That's not right. That's not the character. A part of the character of Mary Jane Watson that had lots of details and wasn't just like Spider-Man's big boob girlfriend was her struggle with modeling and being taken seriously and having a career. And then eventually, like, all this shit is in the comics, and that's her storyline. And the fact that Mary Jane Watson becomes a famous model and Peter Parker is her loser boyfriend is part of the fun of Spider-Man. And having it'd be like, what if you could date a normal girl? What if you were a superhero and you dated
And that's Gwen?
No, Gwen's like great, but that's like the normal great girlfriend. The normal Lois Lane. Well, because they give Lois details because her detail isn't that she's hot and they're afraid to sexualize Mary Jane. Mary Jane's modeling career has been, I mean, I guess it's a little bit in the Raimi movies, but it's been like, they're terrified of it. They're terrified of it. They never touch it.
I wonder if it was being terrified or if it was just like too much fat in it. Because like, what would I love Spider-Man 3. But
too much fat is casting. No, like what are you talking about? Go on.
Well, I just mean like in Spider-Man
the musical.
3. Yeah, they added in the musical. They added this like show business life, and there's a real arc where it's like John's going to show up or Harry showed up and brought me flowers and all that stuff, and there's this like. Friction, I guess, of having to maintain Mary Jane's public life, but like, it's nothing more. And maybe I have this wrong, but is it Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3 where you see the billboard of her for the first time?
I think 2, maybe. I don't know.
2. I think it's
Maybe.
2 because I just remember that.
Her
better.
becoming. They were honest to her becoming famous in the movies, but the character is presented in a very different way. And Gwen being excised. Yeah. Also, just what Sam Raimi did in the adaptation of that first Spider-Man movie was make a lot of things that were done on the fly seem like they were a plan in retrospect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Stan Lee didn't know who the Green Goblin was when he introduced him. Like, they didn't know who the Green Goblin was going to be. He's a Spider-Man villain. He flies around on a broom. The choice to make him fucking Norman Osborn, that would be like if one of the characters on Friends became a serial killer. Like the scale of that, of killing Gwen Stacy and revealing Goblin as Norman.
Wow.
And then, Harry got addicted to drugs and like, I don't know. Sorry, we're all over the board.
That's really fascinating. Well, yeah, let's talk Bye Bye Man now.
Okay. You sure?
I'm into it. Well, I mean, do you have anything else to say about Spider-Man or anything else in general?
I want to know what the experience of looking up Max Landis and then going, yeah, I'm going to work with that.
Oh, yeah. No, I can go on forever about that.
What's been the experience of meeting me?
Yeah. Well,
we've now known each other for like 5 years.
Yeah, I think the first thing I said, because my friends were always...
Is that egomaniacal to ask that?
No, I'm fucking...
I'm curious.
I'm on the edge of my seat to talk about this. Like, my friends were so, like, hyping me up because they knew I was, like, your biggest fan, but, like, I would show them and I would, like, force them. I was like, watch this thing. It's called Eat Your Ashes. This is important. Because people would start calling me about, like, advice and shit. Like, just, dude, I'm feeling down. Like, I feel like the script I wrote is, like, shitty. And I'd be like... I can tell you this, but like really just watch this YouTube video and you'll feel better about yourself. And then like the amount of times Eat Your Ashes changed some friend of mine or like
really?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm not bullshitting you. The chasing the dragon thing. I mean, for me personally too, like all the like lows I would have from like 2017, 2018, 2019, like making my first feature, all this shit of like trying to do these other mini Herculean efforts of like.
Well, Ben made an entire feature while he was in college, by the way.
Yeah, I was like some hotshot in like senior year of like that little film school because they had like an open equipment room more or less, and I was like, I can do this, and I like Andrew Arnold and Sean Baker at the time, and I was like, I still do, but I was trying to be like one of those, and I was trying to be like Linklater. It's Impossible to Learn to Plow by Reading Books, his first feature that he shot. He's like starring in it himself. But Max was also a huge influence of that because it was just, I want to let the love drive me where I want to go, which was clearly like how you make it look. And I think it is like you walk that talk.
That's the real me. So Bye Bye Man is a curse movie. In the tradition of curse movies like Ring or The Grudge, it follows more recently Smile, even things that are curse adjacent things like Nightmare on Elm Street, the way Freddy works, how you can catch him, or the cyclical psychic feeding of Pennywise, or the haunted nature of 1408 or the Overlook Hotel. All these things function as this kind of unknowable, impossible force that's gonna get you, and it's coming. The difference in the Bye Bye Man, for me, and the reason I love the movie, is it's not clear what the fuck is going on.
Yes.
Let's start.
Incredible.
This image shows the dog, the monster dog. Why did it scratch the stoop? Why did it leave the scratches in the stoop outside their house? Why? Okay. So when you watch the cursed videotape of The Ring, actually originally a psychological interview of the kids, Samara, or I forget what she is in Ringu, but Samara Morgan. Have you seen The Ring?
The original, but what's Ringu?
Ringu is the original Ring.
Oh, interesting.
So The Ring is a adaptation of Ringu, which I believe is actually based on a manga called Ringu. Cool. And in that, it's a virus. It's the Ring virus is how they refer to it. It isn't even really Samara Morgan's ghost. It is a hostile echo that, an echo of psychic rage of a murdered child that transmits and seeks the vengeance it wanted to give to the father. That's the secret of Ringu. She was a witch child. The dad threw her in the well. She fell in the well. She died in the well. But this anger imprinted itself onto that videotape. And now, in 7 days, you experience the time it took her, 7 days, to starve to death at the bottom of the well. So everything's thought out, right? The things you see on the video, you know where I'm going?
Yes.
The things you see in the Ring video, the mom brushing the hair, the ladder, the cliffs, the horses, all these things are directly involved in the story of Samara Morgan. And what Samara Morgan does to you is she crawls out of a screen, crawls towards you, and then something so horrible happens that you look all fucked up and crazy and it can't even be said what.
Yeah.
Ben, what's the Bye-Bye Man do to you?
He just kind of gets you.
But
and
he
also makes you see things that are like really unspeakable. Like he just is thinking about it. Like he's like, what would fuck up this guy in particular? Like,
is the Bye-Bye Man alive?
I think so.
Does he have agency?
For sure.
So let me make something clear. We never learn how the Bye-Bye Man started, and we don't even get any information, right? We don't get any information about how the Bye-Bye Man started.
Yeah, not necessarily. Although I will say the thing about the Bye-Bye Man that really turned me on to it, like I think that inspired the discussion that you showed me, was you just kind of casually asking while we were editing the Kryptonian Epic, have you ever seen the Bye-Bye Man? And I think you had one day on just YouTube seen the opening scene on
that with Lee Wanell. The great opening scene of the Bye-Bye Man.
Yes, and you were like, you got to see this opening scene. You haven't seen it? And I was like, no.
And then they revisit it later in the movie, and it's just as good.
Yeah, and that was an insanely like great opening. And just, you read that as opening pages in a script now at like New Line or wherever, like that's instantly sold. It's just like that would pass and get probably 10 million today.
What were the two movies you compared it to?
The Zach Kreger stuff we're seeing right now, like Barbarian and Weapons.
It is at the level easily of Barbarian and Weapons in terms of filmmaking and how cool it looks. Because that's the thing about Weapons the thing that bothered me about Weapons was how sort of the pacing's all over the place and it doesn't make sense in the real world. If that many kids went missing, it'd be an international news story. It would never stop. There'd be multiple podcasts. The town would be besieged. The parents would be besieged. Weapons couldn't happen even a little bit. Total fantasy. They never address it. Absolutely impossible. The fact that that kid's the only one who's not missing and the police weren't watching his house, insane, doesn't make sense. Still pretty funny when those kids chase down the witch.
Yeah, it was great.
It was great.
It's clearly like one of the first ideas.
So,
like, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, when you look at Bye-Bye Man, though, even the mechanism of how you get Bye-Bye Man isn't clear.
Yeah.
You learn about Bye-Bye Man. So in The Ring, you have to watch the videotape. In The Grudge, you have to go in the house. In Smile, you have to witness someone who has the Smile virus committing suicide. In It Follows, you have to fuck someone. Mm-hmm. In this, Bye-Bye Man will like drop a coin to get you to come get Bye-Bye Man.
Yeah.
Except for he's been dormant for 50 years and it's not clear why now. And he fails his first try. Remember with the little girl?
Oh, yeah.
The Bye-Bye Man tries to put Bye-Bye Man on someone and it doesn't work.
Right. But I think it was somewhere in between, like a haunted house where like just the demon of the past comes back in.
But it's not the house. It's a meme. It's
I know. But the producers or the writers must have had to make it function like that because it's just you need that like nightstand or cabinet thing that had the writing in it.
The writing of the Bye Bye Man in it.
Yeah.
Except for the thing is, what if the coin just said Bye Bye Man? Why is it a multiple step incoherent process? She takes a coin, puts it back on the table, the coin falls through the bottom of the table. Because he failed, and then the dog sticks its head out the door, and the dog operates in a non-Euclidean space. Why does he have a dog? Who is he? I love the Bye Bye Man.
A fucked up looking dog.
It's like a demon dog.
Like barnacles growing on it.
Yeah, it has no skin. It's a hellhound. And he's on a train. And do you remember the part where you cut to the train and it's that cool image of the train in the darkness?
Polar Express vibes, yeah.
Polar Express. How about, just by the way, another thing about the Bye Bye Man, kind of really well directed.
Yeah.
Like a good looking movie.
Yeah.
Multiple shots that are like, this is a good shot from a good movie.
Yeah. I think you do 1 or 2 reshoots on it. You market it like Longlegs, easily,
Massive.
Put the best horror movie of the decade quote that
I've never been more afraid on the poster for Men. The poster for Lamb, terrifying.
Yeah, you could totally get away with that now in a new way. And it would just be, even if it's insincere, I think it's like such a fun meme now. It's like obviously like a Halloween costume, good couple costume.
Great couple costume. Bye-bye, did you see Smile?
No.
So I saw Smile 1 and 2, and they're really well-directed, slick pictures, but they are, I think, deliberately nihilistic and philosophically unambitious, because the way they work, are you familiar with the way the Smile Demon works?
Maybe remind me, I just know like there's that whole smiling thing and then he's gonna come get you, I guess.
So he doesn't get you. He does, Smile is almost like Bye Bye Man, but it is meaner than Bye Bye Man and less silly, so it doesn't have the same joy. But Smile is someone kills themselves in front of you, and they do it because you have trauma. And it spreads like chlamydia from the person who smiled and killed themselves to you. You then have a destabilization of your reality for 7 days, although in Smile 2, it's established that it can just make you skip days and just wipe you out. Like, you're fucked. Like, there's nothing you can do. And you have all the symptoms of The Ring. I'm seeing things here. It is The Ring, except for no origin. And then at the end, this big monster comes with all the teeth, and he climbs inside of you. He opens your mouth big and goes inside of you, and then you kill yourself. And in theory, the message of the 2 Smile movies is you have to deal with your internalized trauma or it will kill you. In theory, that's being generous, because really it seems like the message is if you're fucked up, you should kill yourself.
Yeah.
Which is the way the movies play. Although I should say these are movies that overall I kind of like, and I like that cool, ambitious, and I like the direction, and I like the ideas, but they're mean. You know what's mean and great? Welcome to Derry. If you're a Stephen King fan and you're not watching, you're a dumb piece of shit. Anyway, back to the Bye Bye Man.
Are you asking what is the Bye Bye Man's thing, like the message of it? Like,
yeah, what does a Bye Bye Man represent?
Don't say it, don't think it. Just don't fucking do it.
You can't. So the way the Bye Bye Man works is if you know about the Bye Bye Man, you die. But it's not even clear why you die.
It's Slender Man vibes. It's just like the thing and like don't go in the forest and just be fucking afraid because the Bye Bye Man might get you.
Do you remember what the Bye Bye Man does when he finally arrives?
He just comes closer to you, right?
He pokes you in the forehead.
Yeah. Right.
Pokes you in the forehead. One of the hardest. By the way, the first time I was watching Bye Bye Man, I knew what a good time I was having. It was in the theater. I saw it in the theater twice. But I went in expecting it to fucking suck. I didn't expect it to be insane.
Yeah.
I thought it was it's kind of bad, but it's also kind of just not. It's bad because it's so dumb, but it's great because it's so dumb.
What was your experience with that? Did you go with friends? And what made you see it twice?
I brought friends the second time. Same thing as Better Men.
Okay, good.
I go and I see generally if I've seen a movie more than once in theaters, it's a movie that I went in thinking it would be bad and risked it. And then during the movie had the epiphany, oh no, this is forgettable. And I will never forget the first time I was watching The Bye-Bye Man when The Bye-Bye Man, what is The Bye-Bye Man? Why does he make your friend appear naked? Why is one of the Bye-Bye Man's powers that you think you're getting cucked?
Yeah.
Why is that? If imagine if in The Grudge,
Oh, yeah.
they make you think you're getting cucked. Friend fucked your girlfriend. Like, it's like, and then also it makes it so you can't get an erection. Remember in the car,
right.
she goes, it happens to a lot of guys. He goes, it's never happened to me. And then also, he's coming on a train.
Oh, wait.
But then at one point, a person gets hit by a different train.
Yes.
And it seems coincidental. And the train, they keep cutting to the train.
Oh, yeah. The train's really important.
And when he goes and sees the old lady, and the train is passing by the house, and she goes, she goes like, you hear the train, you see the dog, you get the coin, the Bye-Bye Man. It's like, lady, what are you talking about?
I know. The third act too, the train is so intense. I remember like outside the house, like that train.
Oh yeah, it's
design is
rattling the
crazy.
house.
Yeah.
And he's a specific guy. He's not like the Smile Demon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's clearly a guy with some level of lore and an origin that involves a coin, a hellhound, riding on trains. We find out, I know Bye-Bye Man like the back of my hand, dude. We find out in the opening, because you remember why Bye-Bye Man starts like who Lee Wanell is? He's a journalist. And he was doing research on a kid who murdered his whole family.
Okay.
And he was talking about the story, and the kid said, I had to do it because of the Bye-Bye Man. And we find out the guy got the Bye-Bye Man from that.
From the kid, right.
But we never find out where the Bye-Bye Man came from. And on top of that, fucking the wife, the old wife, clearly gets the Bye-Bye Man. Tell me a little more about the Bye-Bye Man. What's going on with the black lady?
I mean, it's...
Do you remember when she just gets hit by the car?
There's like several just like random, like we need a death here right now. And we need to get this train. We need to do something about this train. So someone's going to get hit by the train, right? Because the train is loud and big. We need someone to get hit by it.
Oh, but not that train. That wouldn't make sense. Just a train.
I think I hate to like narrow it down to like the technical aspects of like, oh, they didn't have the budget, they didn't have this or that. And if you really like take it as like this is lore and everything was intentional and this is the magnum opus of this adaptation, which we should talk about.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
will. We need to talk about the fact that the Bye-Bye Man is an adaptation.
It's hard not to think about it, but it's also really fun because I think if you were to do a sequel or some kind of evolution of it,
oh, Bye-Bye Man origin movie, 1,000%.
yeah, and find a way to make that costume and that dog and all of that logic in the film like make so much more sense and be like, oh, that's why it was a different train. That's why that weird person was doing
Full
that.
on literally do Terminator 2 and make the first one better by making a sequel.
Yeah, you could totally
Or fucking
do that.
Annabelle or no, Ouija, the Ouija prequel
Oh, I never saw
that Mike
Ouija
Flanagan
2.
made. That's like
Yeah.
unnecessarily good. And it's like, why is this movie good?
I never saw that one.
The first one, not so much. The second one, I believe, was pretty cool.
That's really interesting.
But he's so specific that it implies an origin, but we don't get anything about him.
Yeah, I mean, at the time it was very Slenderman coded, but you put him in a suit and tie, like just like Slenderman, and they'll make the same position, like just stand there, dog or not, train or not.
Why are you with a dog on a train?
Yeah.
What's your lore?
But like, why is that a Henley he's wearing? Like, why
He's
is
wearing
he?
a fucking Henley.
Why
That's
is he
what the guy
wearing
always
that?
says. He's wearing a Henley and like polyester slacks.
He should have been shirtless.
Yeah, like, it's so crazy that he's wearing a Henley.
Yeah.
Because it implies a world where he put on that shirt.
Yo, yeah. The costume design of the Bye-Bye Man is such a, like, we could do a whole essay of that.
I mean, costume design in general is so important.
So no belt.
No belt, like old style slacks. You know what he looks like? He looks like a hobo, But then the Henley is a weird choice.
Yeah, I used to dress like that in college. I mean, sometimes I still do.
Like a school shooter?
Well, not the black robe part, but like, yeah.
Is that why they called you the head of the snake?
Oh, man.
Catholicism.
That's right. That's okay. We're here now.
We made it out. I want more your observations about the Bye Bye Man. I'm putting you on the Bye Bye Man.
Okay. I mean,
I love the Bye Bye Man. I love the idea of a movie with lore that just doesn't make sense and isn't explained.
it's just vibes. It's just the vibes, which we had another thing around the time where we watched the Bye Bye Man. There was a guy who was the Bye Vibe Man, if you remember.
The Bye Vibe Man?
Yeah, because he had Bye Vibes.
Because he had a Bye Vibe on it.
Yes. And it turned out to be that way.
And I did it in the voice too, the Bye Vibe Man.
That was such a good time. Oh, fuck. I mean, I don't know what to say about it other than like, it just is, it's a tour de force. It just like demands to be what it is. And it comes in with so much confidence in ways that like, I don't know. I'd say he has more confidence and more like, this is what it is. Take it or fucking leave it. I got 2 trains and that's it.
I got 2 trains, a dog, and a coin.
Yeah, more than like Nicolas Cage and Longlegs.
Dude, actually a lot more.
Yeah.
No, but Longlegs tries to explain its inscrutable lore a little bit and Perkins kind of gives you hints that the balls are like souls or something, except for it actually makes less sense than this.
Correct.
Wow.
And I think there's an element of swagger that the Bye Bye Man has that like a lot of them more than fucking, dare I say, Gladys.
Don't come for Kreger. He's a great guy.
No, I just mean like Gladys has like also that tour de force vibe, but like the branches and all that.
The scary, creepy women of Zach Kreger's horror
team
movies.
Up of the Bye Bye Man and Gladys.
Well, no, do you know my plan to get fucked and get a girlfriend?
No.
Do you know my big plan to finally get a girlfriend and settle down with a girl? And I know she has her own place, which is the best part, is you got to put yourself out there and take a risk, right? I'm going to take every risk, okay? Day 8, I'm fucking Micah Monroe, and I'm getting the It Follows. So It Follows is following me, right? He's on my ass. But then I'm fucking 3 of my friends and getting it back to me so we can all see it. I'm using my money. I'm going to put all my money on the line. Like, this is the Kryptonian epic. That's how much this means to me. I'm renting a storage container. We're going to go out to Joshua Tree and wait for as long as it takes for It Follows to follow me into the storage container. And then I'm going to walk out of the storage container and fucking close it because It Follows can't open doors. So I've now beaten It Follows and I've got him waiting to get me, right? Now it's day 7 countdown, time to watch the video for The Ring, right? But at the same time, I need a willing person who I'll pay off their family because they have to die, to give me the smile virus. And ideally, I'd like to get them at the same time. So I have the smile demon or entity making me hallucinate. I have Samara making me hallucinate. She's coming for me. Time for a flight, Ben. We're going to Elm Street.
Okay.
I'm going to sleep in the house for a night, but I'm going to take an Ambien and a Ketapine. So I'm going to be out fucking cold. So Freddy's going to be hungry for my ass. Hungry. Right? Because he can't get you if you're drugged out, like in Dream Warriors.
Okay.
He can't get in your dreams.
I didn't know that rule.
Yeah, well, all these kids are punks, right? That's the thing all of them have in common. And like, we'll get to that in a second. So Freddy's waiting to get me. I got the ring. I would say we're now on day 4, so I'm seeing shit. Okay. I need all my friends looking out for me. And I got them, but I'm also paying guys. And I'm on antipsychotics and sedatives. And I'm taking Adderall. So I am gonna not be hallucinating at the same rate as most Smile and Ring victims.
Okay.
Instead, I'm gonna be in a weird state, Ben. Okay.
Okay.
Guess what time it is?
It's day 3 or day 4?
Day 4. It's time to fly to Japan. Okay?
Grudge.
So, in Japan, at the apex of all of these curses, I'm going to stay awake for days, so I'm hallucinating while I'm awake, which will cause Freddy to bleed into my reality. I'm going to walk into the Grudge house, and I'm going to take out a pocket mirror on day 7, ground 0, and go, Candyman, Candyman, Candyman. And around that time, with Freddy manifesting into the real world, and the Smile demon revealing itself in the psychic space, and Samara crawling out of the phone I brought with me, or screen we have set up,
Yeah.
And I would also release It Follows into the garage of the house, the Grudge house. And at that time, when Sadako manifests from the Grudge, baby, don't understand. Take these broken wings. Take these broken wings. Loud. Live band.
Okay.
I know she likes white guys. Because she fucked Bill Pullman. And I know she can keep a commitment because she kills everyone who goes in that house. She's a single mom who's stuck living with her abusive ex-husband who murdered her, by the way, red flag. Whereas me, comparatively, pretty good option. And I want to be with her. And I want her to, I do the whole song. And presuming I'm still alive, which I assume I will be, because the sheer amount, the most dangerous element of all this is gonna end up being the It Follows thing, because it's a purely physical entity that wants to hit you. The thing about the It Follows thing is, worst case scenario, I can shoot it with a machine gun, which is something that is established to work.
Yeah.
So
And you can purchase that. easily.
yeah, I'm fine. And so but I should say, I do have a backup plan.
Okay.
I brought with me the lament configuration from Hellraiser. So if she says no, we are all going to an orgy.
What? I'm not familiar with Hellraiser like that.
You broke my heart!
I'm so sorry.
You broke my heart!
I'm so sorry.
That's my dating plan.
To get with the Grudge.
To get with Sadako from The Grudge, because she likes white guys. I'm told.
beautiful.
Yeah, and you're like, worst case scenario, we're at a party. This is the first time all these people are meeting each other.
So, speaking of parties then, who would you put in a party setting with the Bye Bye Man to figure it out and survive the night?
In terms of movies? Like in terms of
Well, I guess I meant it
because I
as
know
people
how
we
I
know,
would
but
deal
we-
with the Bye Bye Man.
How would you do it?
Go to the Overlook Hotel.
Oh, and keep them there.
Yeah, if I get the ring, if I get the
I'll put them
Grudge,
all in there.
if I get any psychic curse, I'm gonna go to the Overlook Hotel, and they are going to get trapped there like a Venus flytrap. And I, like most guests of the Overlook, will dance on out, having had a great weekend and never having seen anything strange. My 7th day of the ring virus at the Overlook Hotel will be me smoking a joint on a terrace, looking out at Colorado and just having the best night of my life, while somewhere Samara is being dragged across a ballroom by dozens of spectral entities.
God.
Going she comes out of the TV in the lobby of the Overlook and is immediately gone. Do you know the Overlook Hotel would prioritize her? Same thing why I would go, you want to fuck up, I guess it doesn't count. Ben, I drank the Red Bull. You're letting me really go.
No, it's okay. Go for it.
But Pennywise, my favorite thing about Pennywise as a bad guy in it is because of the way Pennywise works, he requires you to believe you can't hurt him, which is why he goes after children, because they don't go on O. The issue is, the second you go on offense against Pennywise, if you believe even a little bit that it will work, it instantly will, and it will be devastating. And that is shown in the movies, in the books. You can spray him with an asthma inhaler. There's a reason he doesn't target adults. And it's because there is a real scenario where it targets an adult and gets shot with a gun and dies. Because the adult goes, this gun will deal with whatever this thing is.
I want to cue you up for a pitch. You mentioned another pitch you want to do, and I'll segue into that soon after.
It was a joke. The thing I texted you, but tell me what I want to talk about it anyway.
Okay, I think my favorite script of yours recently, as you know, is The Authority. And The Authority is got the bones of that kind of, bring yourself to become the guy that realizes you're powerful, and you're not just a loser kid who anybody can trample over you and do whatever you want. It's about standing up for yourself, but it's an underdog story with the classic horror elements that we are lacking now. I think
Pennywise as Tim Robinson if he was a bureaucrat.
Tim Robinson or who was the other guy?
Well, there's any version. The thing is with Goodman, the villain of The Authority, a villainous, extra-dimensional, formerly human bureaucrat whose job it is to enforce the magical nature of rules, and therefore if anyone respects rules, they will instantly listen to him. He can control your parents or anyone, and it's not like weapons where they're like mind controlled. They just agree with this guy. And anywhere you go, he's the boss. You go to the grocery store, he's the manager. You go to the police station, he's the chief of police. You can't get away from him. And he is targeting this group of little boys, mainly one boy, because even though he refuses to explain, he's very stupid. And which I like about him.
I like it, but he's relatable and he's just like a boy. It's got the same...
No, I'm not talking about Tom, I'm talking about Goodman. The authority.
Yeah, he's pitiful.
He's a pitiful fucking moron, but he's dangerous.
It reminds me though of Chronicle in a lot of ways. I don't know, sorry, but like it reminds me of Chronicle where what if they had a villain like that to go up against? Like how would they use their like, you know, powers or not, how would that group of friends stand up to a Stephen King-like villain like the Authority, where like everywhere you go, he's in charge. Authority, yeah.
Well, the way Tom ends up standing up against him, I think, is pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
And how it all plays out. The Authority is a boogeyman movie. It's about a little boy who's suspected of doing graffiti at school and has bad learning disabilities. He's sad. He doesn't relate to his millennial parents. He's 12. He feels like he's in special ed all the time. And next year they're going into high school and he's going to be a special ed class. He's not going to be able to hang out with his friends anymore. One day at a birthday party, he lures some of his friends off to drink beers and smoke a vape they stole, these 12-year-old boys. And they're down by the edge of the woods. And a man comes out of the woods in a suit and goes, "It's never going to be you. You'll never take my job. I'm going to ruin your life." And then turns and walks back into the woods.
Yeah.
And that's how you meet him. And the kids are like, what the fuck was that? And then slowly this guy starts inserting himself into their lives. And it becomes clearer and clearer that he is a supernatural thing. And what we are dealing with is the nature of a tyrant, the nature of unchecked power. And if you are helpless, if you are a little kid, what do you do against a grown-up who can do anything? And it's the same thing as if you are a rebel with ideologically nothing, what do you do against a dictator? Mm-hmm. And it plays out in the same kind of way.
Tell me about the costume of that though, because I really love that element, how it's
the
got that
way he moves,
vibe, but it's alive in a weird way.
The Authority, Goodman, is a character who I wrote like a crazy amount of, I think, really good, funny dialogue for.
Yeah.
Like he very regularly says and does things that are like Pennywise if Pennywise was less good at what he was doing and he was not as confident.
Yeah.
He's not good at taking any level of defeat.
Yes.
And is prone to panic when even the smallest thing goes wrong, meaning even though he could theoretically just go, "Hey, you, kill this kid right now," and it would happen, he is too arrogant and incompetent to make that happen. And the times he does try to, and he's too caught up with, he's a sadist. He's like all tyrants and all fascists. He's a sadist, and he enjoys torturing Tom and showing, I can make your parents try to kill each other. Now they kind of did that in Weapons, but I do it scarier. Mm-hmm. I do it scarier because they're awake. They're not zombies.
Yeah.
He just says kill each other, and there's a conversation of, well, should we do that? And it's like, oh, and you have to watch your parents fight to the death, and he saves them, but just barely.
Yeah.
And the costume of the Authority, with that dialogue and the way that so many of his scenes are against a little boy and yelling at a little boy and fighting at him like he's in 12 Angry Men. Mm-hmm. And Glenn Ross, just like Marriage Story, yelling at this little boy and little boy yelling at him. And like the scene in the car when Tom crashes the car and spray paints him in the face and kicks the guy in the nuts. Like those scenes, it could be Tim Robinson, it could be Zach Galifianakis, it could be Bradley Cooper, it could be John Hamm, it could be George Clooney, it could be Jacob Elordi, it could be anyone in the suit who can do a big. It could be, like Johnny Depp, not Robert De Niro, but Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, sure.
As doing a performance, all those moments where he gets frustrated when the kids won't listen to him.
Yeah. I always liked Liam Neeson as that guy.
Such a great casting.
Because he's always got that authority vibe, or but the other really cool element you do is you do that Dark Knight Joker thing.
Yes.
Where, like, the Joker will show up as the nurse and
Yes.
like have some weird authority-like powers sometimes, but it's like only like a slice.
Yeah, the Authority, everywhere you go, he's wearing the outfit, an antique version of the outfit of who would be the boss of that.
Yes.
So he wears an antique police uniform, an antique hospital doctor uniform, an antique greengrocer uniform, an antique, like an old school principal uniform. Then he wears when he comes into he tries but fails when he comes into the arcade at the end to wear the uniform of the arcade, but it doesn't work because the arcade's closed.
Oh,
remember when he has
that.
Do you remember the thing where the rules are spray painted on the wall?
Yes, yes.
So he tries to, like, maybe that's a newer draft thing.
That's an arcade environment?
When he comes into, remember the place he broke into, the closed down place where the car drives through the wall.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like he comes in, but also his costume is kind of part of him and kind of alive.
Mm-hmm.
So when he's in the black suit that we see him in mostly, like the collar will shift around and the tie will twitch a little bit like a cat's tail.
Yeah.
And at one point, a character grabs the tie and cuts it, and it bleeds and whips around and sprays blood. I love the fucking Authority. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, it's good shit, man. You should really be proud of that.
It's if it was a comedy.
Yes. And, Welcome to Derry doing well. Like there's no
I
better
love
time.
Welcome to Derry.
Yeah.
Andy Machete and Jason Fuchs. Nice
great.
guys. Don't finish last anymore. We're changing it. Oh.
Good.
The guys who made that show are great, nice people who have been waiting to make, I feel, their whole career. Andy's made some great stuff. Jason's been involved in good stuff. But those first 2 episodes of Welcome to Derry got me, as a Stephen King fan, I'm so excited to see this clown get his. And I know how the season ends because I know the story of the black spot, except for they've introduced some elements where there have been some questions we've been asking for a lot of years about Stephen King's shared universe, and they're actually going to answer them in this show.
That's so exciting.
It's like the Fallout show.
Right.
Where
you
there's
have,
like big
just
Fallout
a little bit of everything. Yeah.
plot points.
Yeah.
What do you think of Quiet Place as a franchise?
As a franchise.
Beck and Woods are good guys.
Yeah, I think it's a great concept. I think that's a great concept. That's it. I'll say that. I only saw the first one. I'm not going to watch the others. Although I heard...
I love Quiet Place 3.
Yeah, 3 is good. Well, they're making an official part 3. So what was that called? Day 0 or like...
Quiet Place Day 1 or something.
One,
but
right.
that movie is great.
Yeah, that's all I've heard, and I want to see that one.
It's above the other two by it's like a Pixar movie. It's like that level of, when like in Terminator 2 or Aliens or Being John Malkovich or The Matrix, where the movie hits the ball and now the movie's flowing.
Yeah, of course.
It's like that.
That's really exciting.
Yeah. A cat is the main character. The fact that they did not have the cat on the poster for Quiet Place 3.
Yeah, you mentioned.
It's weird. It's like not having Scooby-Doo on the poster for Scooby-Doo.
Wow.
That is how big of a part in the movie the cat is.
That's fascinating.
It is one of the leads.
I think that's where Quiet Place like excels, is like handing it off to other people with this take of like, you have to be extremely quiet. How do you play with like sound design in like a horror environment, like post-apocalypse and all that? Adaptations of that as a concept is where that will accelerate. And the more they do Quiet Place Day 1s like that and just hand it off to somebody else, spin off, live it in its own world.
Because Krasinski was kind of dominating the first 2, I think. I think he rewrote it.
I think he's doing the 3rd as well.
So I was thinking about, then there were movies of like, there was Bird Box, which
right.
it didn't make any sense, but it's Quiet Place, but you can't look at them.
Yeah.
So my idea is Quiet Place, but you can't come.
Oh, fuck.
If you have an orgasm anywhere in the world, and they're the same monsters from A Quiet Place, the Quiet Place monster crashes through the wall and kills you. So the whole human race can't jack off and they can't fuck. That's why they call it A Quiet Place.
Oh, fuck. That's really good. That was a fun night, that last night of Starlight, where we like really...
Because it's fun.
Together,
it was so,
boys.
oh my God, that was so heavy. Mm-hmm. The Kryptonian Epic Boys reunited till 3 a.m. trying to export.
Yeah.
My life is like so lucky. That's like a night where I'm like, oh, I'm here with 2 of my best friends finishing my 3.5 hour Superman movie they helped me make for free, even though they're both talented filmmakers who have their own lives and careers. I'm in my house with my cat. I didn't even have baby yet.
Yeah, you did.
Did we have Baby? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because she was trying to destroy the Kryptonian
she
epic.
always.
I forgot
That was
about.
half the battle on Starlight Emperor.
Explain.
Okay, so Baby, as you've seen probably from Instagram and stuff, is very, very energetic.
Baby
and,
Clouseau is my cat.
Yeah, and she's perfect. She's unlike anything else.
Yeah, I've
But-
never met a cat like her.
So the editing setup that Max and I have when we're editing the Kryptonian Epic is at his like kitchen table, and we have a monitor set up and we have a laptop, and it's just those two things. And we have a drive that is like a standard like WD fucking drive. It's not like a fancy like
But it's vertical.
Yeah, and it's like
It's not
standing up.
laying flat.
It's like an extra drive that you like put in a bookshelf that's like if you fucking bump it, it's gonna like be careful because it might break type thing. We were like living on the edge. But anyway, we had that drive.
And by the way, all the cords connecting it to the computer, it's on a dining room table, and all
yeah.
the cords are stretched tight. So
That's
if
true.
anything, the drive can
Yeah.
get disconnected.
Yeah.
All of it can be fucked up in an instant.
Yeah, there's about like 5 or 6. You got the charger for the laptop, you got the HDMI cord to the monitor, you got the plug to power the monitor. You've got the
And we're working on something I'm doing with my own money that can't make money.
Yeah.
And if any of it's damaged or lost, it's gone.
Yeah, and we had one backup, but sometimes like we would only back up like every like maybe 45 minutes to like an hour and a half of progress in the movie. So it'd be like high stakes if we lost this. This cat would come up and like jump on us and sometimes sit on us and love us and like lick us all over the place while we're trying to like edit.
And kiss
like,
and be nice.
yeah.
Because she wants
then-
attention.
Yeah, but then sometimes she would like see like all our attention is on the monitor, and then she would just jump and like attack it,
Try
as
to
if like
knock the monitor over from behind.
Yes.
So we would be working and we'd be leaned up, and my cat would appear like a jump scare over the top of the monitor, and the monitor would be falling forward towards the drive. And
And sometimes she like runs and guns because she's got like the zoomies and she's got to like run and jump and do this giant like leap above the monitor. But she thinks that the monitor, like it's like a thin fucking gaming monitor, and so she thinks she can sit on like perch on the
Yes.
top of it.
and she'll have our attention.
Yeah, and there was one day, like there was several like close calls, but there was one day.
It was like Final Destination.
Yeah, it was like, okay, never again. We cannot, because she like was so close to like sitting on it, and she got like butt down, and it was like that. But
And
then,
she would also attack the drive, which didn't even.
Yes.
She would like put her hand on it,
Oh yeah.
and it was like, "What are you? Fuck you!"
So she like barely got a sit on the top of the monitor, and then completely like collapses, and the whole thing, like the laptop almost closes, the whole thing shakes, and we're just like, okay. And then she scurries away because she fell. And we're just like, okay, never again. And then we realized when we shot Z the Magical Girl, we had all those candles
That
left
was
over.
so great. Explain what our strategy was to stop baby
A
from-
wall of fire, which was we just had all those leftover candles, and we light them, and then baby tries again and just sees like, what the fuck? And then like, okay. I'm gonna just sit on you guys' lap. That was fucking weird.
Remember, she was still like, even with fire, she was still like,
Yeah.
well, maybe I just want to touch the monitor.
Yeah.
I was like, baby, what are you doing?
It was an amazing tactic.
The Northmen put up the wall of ice to stop the attack of the White Walkers. I put up the wall of fire to stop the attack of the Pink Walker.
Yeah.
My cat is a hairless cat named Baby Clouseau for
Yeah.
the Pink Panther.
She's so beautiful.
She's like a
excellent.
chimpanzee.
Yeah. It's really like, you call her like an alien like from Star Wars. It's really accurate.
She's like a Star Wars creature.
Yeah.
Down to like she'll like engage with you and like look at you, and
Yeah.
you can be like, "Hello, baby," and she'll be like, "Yakadibooka!" Like it's like that's like the vibe of baby. And she rides around. She can ride around on your shoulder, and I'm her dad, but she's in love with Ben. There's
We're
like
very close.
my
We're very
friend.
close.
Her like 3 main people are me. She loves Ben. She loves everybody.
Yeah.
She's the type of cat that my friend brought his son over, his like little kid son, and he saw the cat and went, "Kitty!" and ran towards baby, and baby just got up and ran to him and started licking him and jumping on him. I've never seen a cat do that in my fucking life.
Well, you love her a lot. Like you celebrate when you're home with her. You do a
I do.
version of that.
I do a lot of
Baby's life.
Baby's life. Babies.
I
There's
love
the babies, all the songs of Baby.
Yeah.
And then my friend, assistant, and occasional writing partner, Trinity Simpson, Baby also loves her, but I think Baby views Trinity as an equal.
Oh, interesting.
Like I think Trinity's more like her friend who like comes and visits her, and I'm like her dad, and you're like her boyfriend. I'm just telling
really
you what
flattering.
baby says to me when we're alone.
Okay.
I checked in baby's journal because I was nervous about her. I read all her DMs because I was nervous she was DMing hairless dogs online.
Oh, tell about the time when she was in heat.
Oh, it was the most horrible thing in the world. Because she's a hairless cat, so she's like a little gooey, if you know their texture, they're like a little like soft, gooey guy. And she's so little and cute. Not literally gooey, but they feel like they're like filled with gel or something. Like when you touch her, she feels
Right.
she's like a little goo baby. And when she goes to sleep, you know when
is.
she goes really heavily to sleep and she's like a
Yeah,
doll.
and she's all warm and everything.
She's all, oh, it's so nice. I love baby. But when she was in heat, I'd never experienced a cat in heat. And so like, it is insane to have like your little cute animal, like pressing their ass against the window, going, like trying to hump your shoe. And it's like, baby, you are a cute Star Wars creature. You do not have a sexual identity. We're going straight to the doctor. Someone trying to come over to my house and fuck baby. I don't think so. I don't think so. So we brought her to the doctor and they removed all of her legs and they removed the cat's head. No, and they fixed her, but then she had the cone. And baby in the cone is the most unhappy she's ever been.
Always.
Remember when she was in the cage?
Oh, yeah. That was crushing. That was really sad.
Right now, baby's at home listening to Fix You. Thinking about the time she was in the cage. Oh, no. Tears stream. Maybe I should do Fix You maybe for Sadako, Fix You is like a little red flaggy.
Oh,
Because I want to do Broken Wings to imply that I'm the one who needs her love.
sure. No, I think it's a very thoughtful song.
Yeah.
It's a good, you can see the scene as well. It's a great name.
Mm-hmm. And also, if there's enough like psychic warfare happening in chaos, maybe like Candyman, It Follows, Freddy, backup dancers.
Oh, yeah.
Take
Yeah.
these broken wings. Her on the stairs, like, she comes down the stairs like, then she's like,
She would probably have really good flexibility with dance moves as
incredible.
well.
No, but she's not dancing yet. She like she's watching me, and she's a girl who like thinks you're talented and is into you. So she's giving you I'm getting all her attention. And she's like having such a good time because everybody just comes in the house and gets murdered. I brought all these cool guys, and I brought how cool am I? I bring Samara. I have female friends. I seem like a cool guy. She's probably talking to Samara like, you've been watching this guy for 7 days. What's he like? And Samara will be like, he's a really stand-up guy. Although he did fuck 4 people at the start of this 8 days ago. But it was just to get that thing here. It was all for you. Everything I'm doing is for you, Sadako. Like, if she had a little kid, he's cute. And beside, he's also kind of a cat. I like cats. Oscar, so we're clear. All the Sadako talk should be one clip.
Oh my God.
And the thing I'm going to do is Max Landis is going to fuck The Grudge.
That is wild to put out there.
I don't give a fuck. I'm taking L's.
Not always. You're surrounded by love.
No, I'm literally the luckiest guy ever. That's why like this weekend, shit like that, like when it.
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you about the YouTube video?
Yes.
Where that guy, I watched a YouTube video and they were like, Chronicle's incredible movie. Max Landis is a piece of shit. Anyway, more about Chronicle. And I didn't even expect them to mention Chronicle.
Yeah.
And it was like, am I the bye-bye man? Like you have to say it if you...
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm the bye-bye man. But I wish I had that body. Can you imagine?
You're tall.
Can you imagine me rolling up to Bar Sinister? Do you think Kent knows the bye-bye man? Oh, he's here.
We should ask him.
Kent's like, oh, he's in here all the time. Bye-bye man's in here all the time.
Oh my God.
Bye-bye man's, I let him bring his dog in here.
He's got to like see people like that dressing like that, not even thinking they're the bye-bye man though.
Bro, the issue with the bye-bye man is that when I get him to bring to the house with Sadako, I don't know what he's offering because I don't understand why he's doing what he's doing or what he is.
You would just do the point, but you just gotta like make it look like he's pointing at you like Sadako.
Sadako him. I hold a sign. I know I wear a shirt that says the Bye Bye Man is pointing at the man you should be with. When the Bye Bye Man arrives, take. I'm so ready. Baby, don't understand. I've been practicing it for months.
Oh, good.
Do you understand how confused Candyman is going to be?
I'm sure they've seen worse.
Because he's late on the scene.
Do you know who I really wonder about? That when you mentioned the place you were going to rent, like some kind of like storage unit.
Yeah, it's not. It would be a shipping container, because
I see.
As established, people pretend like these things are tougher than they are. As established in It Follows, you can hurt it with a gun.
Right.
So like,
I mean, that's a good spot to.
It
like
can't
corral.
You need to open the door for it to come in. Otherwise, it gets naked and goes on the roof.
It reminded me, though, of the psychology of the guy from the Human Centipede 2. Have you ever seen that
The
one?
little fat guy who wants to create the human centipede for real?
Yeah.
Go on.
Because he just puts them in a garage, and he's got that idea where he saw this horror movie, and he wants to get everybody together. And
I should invite him.
Yeah, he would add a lot.
Have you seen Human Centipede 3, 2 in the prison?
Parts of it. I at the time when I was watching those, I really wanted to see it, but I did not.
They're interesting because they are so much more extreme and well thought out than Terrifier. But Terrifier is so much, I think, more iconic, maybe just because it's simpler.
That's interesting. I haven't seen all the Terrifiers. I've seen like scenes of it, and I know it's like extremely gory.
I've seen 1 and 2.
Okay.
1 is interesting. 2 is interesting. But then at the end, it starts to be like, maybe the Terrifier has a lot of lore. Maybe there's a chosen one who fights the Terrifier at the gates of hell. And I was like,
interesting.
Yeah, but
People like go for that. People like that.
people love Terrifier. I don't dislike it. Like, I get it. But I like Human Centipede more. Because I think Human Centipede's, like, good.
Yeah, in
1
a very
and 2
odd
kind
way.
of. Yeah. And 2 is, like, upsetting and dark. And I love that his Human Centipede doesn't work. And he just is killing the people. And
Yes.
it's like, wow, what a sequel.
It's thoughtful, and I think that actor actually was mentally disabled.
Really?
I think so. I read that when I was like looking into this. This was when I was maybe 17.
It's so funny
16.
because I have Dudley and Slow. And Slow, you know, the whole thing of that movie that I want to do is give this guy a role that could have gone to a young Simon Pegg or Chris Evans or you know, any Jeremy Allen White, leading man. You know how many times I pitched Slow? I mean, you heard me pitch Slow the first time, what, 2 years ago?
No, like a year ago.
A year ago? That's one I've had forever. And I've pitched it in rooms, and people go, no. Who's the audience?
Jesus Christ.
3.5 million. Who's the audience? But that's what they always say to me. That's what they've said to me about all my movies, the hits and the misses. The thing that is told to me more than anyone else, anything else that I've heard as a screenwriter is, who is this for? Who wants a video about wrestling like this? Like, why are you doing this? Why would you do a dark school shooter psychic movie? We're not gonna sell this. I'm always told at the outset of all of my ideas, not all, like some of them are instant.
Some, but like, I don't know. I think there's.
But I'm so often told things that end up selling or being made or successful or interesting are not, no one would care about this. And they mean me, an executive or producer in my 50s who doesn't even watch TV shows or movies and only watches baseball games, doesn't care about a Down syndrome.
Sure,
That's what they mean.
But some of those, like, Who Is This For movies got made. So what was that
They
story?
all got made.
What was that story when you finally, like, cracked it or somebody, like, the right person came? What is it? Is
It's
there
always a
correlation?
fluke. They act like it was a fluke. They act like it was a fluke.
Fluke, how do you mean?
The same way everyone always acts like I'm a fluke. It's a fluke that Chronicle was a success in the same way that Frankenstein was a flop. See, that was a really ambitious Frankenstein script and we fucked it up and now it's bad and it's not bad, but like flop. Or Mr. Right, big hit relatively. I was told it was too dark. American Ultra fell on its face even though it's a pretty good movie. I was told it was too dark. I just want to make people cry, dude. That's all I want, is to make people like, not like the way that the new television series It, Welcome to Derry makes you cry. It, Welcome to Derry, now available on HBO Max. Wonderful use of the property The Music Man.
I'm going to watch it. I was supposed to watch it before this podcast.
It's so fucked up.
I know, that's what you're
It's egregiously fucked up.
But I'm excited about the Stephen King lore.
The Stephen King lore thing is huge.
Yeah.
So for ages in the Stephen King universe, across all these different properties, The Mist, Firestarter, the Dark Tower, all of these things, Everything's Eventual, have hinted at the idea that the United States government actually has a big knowledge of the Stephen King lore he only hints at that interconnects everything.
Sure.
And they actively are experimenting on it and know stuff we don't know. They know about the tower, they know about the turtle. By the time of like the 90s, this somehow someone in the government has the answers. And the fact that we're going back to the 60s to see how the government got the answers, are you fucking my ass? Thank you, HBO. What else we got, Ben?
Could we take a pause? And I have to pee really bad.
Well, are we done? I feel like we
could
Do
maybe.
you want to take a pause or are we done? Do you want to go in your pants now?
Yeah.